Come on then. Girls sitting in a coffee shop. Let's see how absolutely devastating this one's gonna be. In your local coffee shop, a pretty blonde lady is sitting and reading. Can you make yourself more interesting than the book and get her number? So what, just after the phone number this time? Oh yeah then. Let's do it. Well, one thing I'm going to compliment the guy on is he looks a lot better wearing casual Jesus attire than he does wearing them fucking whacked out shirts and pants in the previous episode. He looked like a complete gimp. Actually looks alright there. He's probably off to a good first impression. Right, so what we got? Ask if someone's using that chair, then sit with that cheeky. Don't ask her opinion of what to get as a present for your female friend. What? No. Tell her you've read that book and that he dies in the end. Oh my god, that's the best one so far. This one. Just completely wrecked the book for her. People love that, you know.
Hey.
People love spoilers.
Hi. What you got there?
A book.
Oh no, what's the... show me the cover. Ah, that one.
Have you read it?
He dies in the end.
Yeah, he does.
Sorry to spoil it.
I've actually read it before.
Oh, you read it before? So you like it that much, you're reading it again?
Well, I read it when I was a lot younger, and I don't know if I understood it, so I thought I should reread it.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Anyway, my name's Richard.
Brenna.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to
Well,
meet
it
you.
worked.
This is a playful opener. Again, it can work if you deliver it correctly. Maybe she'll look confused at the worst, but you can still carry it on, and so it's actually got a very high chance of success.
What? So spoiling someone's book's got a high chance of success. I've seen people online call for fucking jihad or something because someone spoiled a bloody movie, a new movie release for them on a message board forum. Like, what? Like, I think the next world war will be caused because some country spoiled a film for another country and then they just fucking nuke each other. What the fuck? So, why am I still standing up? I thought I was already sat down at the end of that one. Aha, inconsistencies. Again, don't go with the hair stuff, it's very rapey. Find out about her.
And you normally read philosophy?
No. I mean, I think, well, in every book there's a little philosophy. I'm not a huge Kafka fan. I was just in Prague recently.
Ah, he's from Czech Republic.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Well,
that's
yeah,
interesting.
that's where his house is.
I didn't know actually.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, if you go, they'll talk about Kafka. So
Nice. And what else do you like to read? Do you like
I generally read
fiction, non-fiction?
fiction and like 20th century American lit.
Okay. Who's that? Mark Twain or something?
Like Salinger, or maybe I just recently read a novella called A Day No Pigs Would Die. It's
A
really
Day
nice.
No Pigs Would Die.
Yeah.
That's like when everyone's vegetarian or Muslim.
I fucking went to
Well,
sleep.
I won't spoil it, but
Oh,
you're
Pet,
on
didn't
the right
spoil it.
track.
I'm just having a fucking nap at how boring this
What do
fucking
you read?
conversation is.
I read a lot.
I
of
can't
books.
actually read.
I like
Oh,
business.
sorry, I cannot do it to
Correct.
myself.
It's important
Ah,
to always focus the conversation on the girl as much as possible, because then it's just going to be more interesting for her.
It
So
was the
how
most
are you
boring
able to be
conversation I've
free
ever had.
in the middle of the morning on a Thursday.
Well, I do have a job, but it's kind of from the laptop, from home, or from anywhere. But it's like internet stuff, and with America, so in Europe, I need to wait until they wake up and whatever. So
Right.
I'm kind of free, and
Yeah.
then can be working at home, lying in bed,
Mhm.
lying on the balcony, whatever. Generally lying down, working.
That's
So
nice.
that's cool. And how about you? How come you're not at work?
Well,
now?
I work at the university, so I have kind of an unusual schedule. I have some free time during the day, and I work in the evenings.
Nah, not gonna work for me. Can't, depending on your outlook. Well, you know, it could be good having a girlfriend that works evenings, which means you've got more time to play on the computer. But at the same time, who's gonna have your tea ready when you're coming from work? See what I mean? Double-edged sword. Pick your poison. Right. Say that you didn't go to university, it was a waste of time. Guess that she teaches sex ed. Find out whether she loves her job or she's just doing it for money. Oh, these are all a bit shit, really, aren't they? Oh, it's gotta have to be this one.
So you teach at the university. That's interesting.
Yeah.
And tell me, do you actually like what you do, or you do it just for money?
No, I really do like what I do.
Great. You feel like you're making a difference in people's lives and all of this?
Yeah, I actually do. I feel like what I do is important, and that the information I convey will be valuable to these people and to my students.
That could be true, because I still remember my teachers from primary school and in secondary school. I don't know if you're the same, but did you like the subjects most where the teachers were good? And then later, maybe you weren't even interested in that subject. So a good teacher can just change the whole course of someone's life.
Absolutely. And like looking back and thinking, what years of school are your favorite? It's like, well, whatever year you had the good teachers, because what you learn is kind of irrelevant.
And you're a good teacher? They like you?
I think so.
What you learn is irrelevant.
That's cool.
Where you
No, I like it. To be
fucking
honest,
knowledge
because
bombs right
it's
there.
very rare. You know, most people just do their job for money.
I'd
and
say that
money
what you learn
and
was
they
probably
hate it.
the
So
most fucking
find
relevant.
someone like you who actually enjoys what they do and is making a difference.
Love the subject, not the teacher.
This is a nice thing that you can ask anyone, so well done for picking this. It's the right option, and it can always lead to an interesting conversation. Whether she's into her job, she can tell you why, or she's not, and she can tell you something else that she's passionate about. And what's your subject? What do you teach?
American culture.
Huh, what does that entail?
American
So
culture.
kind of quite a few different themes. For example, we kind of started with an overview of American values, which was really
She
interesting.
teaches a non-subject.
Freedom and stuff, yeah?
Things like that, and even more so, for example, an interesting one is how Americans relate to the future. Like it's something we feel like we can control in some sense, and
Like Back to the Future. The movie.
He's back to the fucking
I don't see
future.
how. I don't know what you mean.
Okay, but Americans think that they control their own destiny,
Yeah.
kind of, yeah?
Well, it's just, lads, I don't even know what's happening here. What? Oh my god, it's excruciating. I cannot believe this is actually being released. If I was, if I, I'm fucking speechless. Right, let's put this into words. If there was a lass I liked the look of in a coffee shop and I went over and approached her, I got a chatting to her, and she was like, "Oh yeah, I'm a teacher," I'd already be like, big turn off. Right, next, what did you teach? American culture. It's a non-subject. I've got no respect for it. See you later. I'm off to the strip club. So that's how that would go. It's definitely about inventing donuts and burgers. That's all it's about.
The thing is, I'm a little bit skeptical. I don't know, it's strange that there's even a subject about it, because American culture, couldn't you teach that in, like, I don't know, half a day or something?
American culture,
Like, you invented, what, a burger and a donut, and
the internet.
that was in Europe.
No,
Yeah, it was. It was some
No, it was-
Norwegian
it
dude
was
or
the
English
Navy.
guy, probably.
no.
Pretty sure.
I'm sure you're wrong.
I'm going to check that using.
ahead.
I'll use the internet that was
Will you
invented
use-
in Europe.
Will you use Google?
Google was from Stanford University. Yeah, that was well done. You made a page with a box and you can search. So that's but
This
that's not really
guy's just
culture, is that?
wrecking
Okay,
American culture.
fair
He's being a
No,
proper
we do
twat.
have a pretty, I would say we have a rich culture. There's a lot of different cultures that have influenced us.
Who was American? Michelangelo, Da Vinci, were they American?
Well, you're being a little Eurocentric right now.
Who was American? Let me think. Charles Dickens, Shakespeare. They're American. Who else?
Charles Dickens is really overrated, frankly.
This guy's trolling to
Very
bits.
underrated, yeah. Yeah. But who, like, what culture, America? I don't know, I'm drawing a blank, basically.
Like you can't think of any American authors.
Well, I can. What's that Grapes of Wrath guy? What's it? George
Steinbeck.
Steinbeck, yeah. He wrote two mediocre books. But I mean, of course, there's writers.
Yeah.
But
I mean, why is culture only
I
encompassed?
can hear the sound of Fanny
art.
lips drying up
Tell me.
as this guy
I
talks to this
disagree.
girl.
I don't think it is. I think that's a very English perspective.
I'm not saying what you teach is useless. It's just maybe you could teach someone else. That's cool.
Well, it's a subject, so
Alright.
it's pretty valuable.
Yeah, I
So
mean,
that people don't
better-
say offensive things to Americans like this.
Okay, well, I mean, you'll
understand.
tell me more, and I'll get to know. Maybe you'll teach me. But I mean, I do like donuts, so that's one thing. America,
We've done that.
big win there, so that's good.
Yeah. I'll tell them you said so.
Although if done
I got half a mark.
playfully, it might be okay. It's probably not the best time to be insulting and teasing, so not the best option.
I really enjoy my job, but there is this one little thing that's very frustrating for me. I've got
Oh.
this problem where I can't print all the copies that I need.
Damn.
But I want my students to all have their own copy to take home. But then I have to go to the printer like every day.
Mate,
and it gets
you're
kind
doing
of
it wrong.
expensive. So what do you think I should do?
Shit. Hey, I don't know if this game done that on purpose, right? I think it threw that girl in there as a distraction, as it would be in real life, to get you to see if you could hold your attention on the girl you're talking to, or the booty that's just walked past. And I had full attention on the booty that walked past, and I've got not a clue what she just said. Oh my god. I've got to be honest, I'd literally just say, yeah, I'm very sorry I got distracted by the girl walking past because she had a phenomenal ass, but I'm all about you, baby.
Look, to be honest, did you see that girl that just walked by? Yeah, she's gone now, but she had like amazing long legs and just.
Well, you don't say that. Don't get
perfect,
pervy
arse
with it.
on there, and she looked back and winked at me or something. I smiled, and I was just totally distracted. But anyway, give me a second to chill. Hang on. So, right, something about work. Yeah, problem at work.
Yeah, never mind.
Yeah,
It's not important.
she was unbelievable. To be
Okay.
honest.
To be honest, she was
Okay, but
unbelievable.
that's cool. So problem at work, but otherwise all good in your life.
Does that
The
work?
lesson here is that
Nah,
there's
not
one
at
thing
all.
being honest, which is, you know, saying actually that girl distracted me, and then there's another when you're going into all the detail and
Exactly.
dirty. Girls just
Yeah.
aren't ready for that.
Well, that's what I didn't want you to go like, oh my god, did you see that fucking lass that walked past? I just couldn't wait to get all up in her booty. Like, you don't go and say that, you just be like, yeah, pet, I'm really sorry I got distracted by this lass that walked past. Can you just repeat what you said again? You know what I mean? Be a gentleman about it. Like, everyone knows people get distracted. It's human nature. And to be fair, do you know what it is? I bet you that girl noticed it as well. Because if there's one thing that girls notice more than boys, and that's what other girls look like. So, I'm trying this again. Tell her that if she has a colleague she doesn't like, then she can ignore them.
Well, look, I mean, we all have these problems at work, and if you've got this colleague that you don't like, then you can just ignore them, or I don't know.
What?
It's not
deal
even,
with it.
not even what she was talking
A
about.
colleague
Yeah, you had problems at work or something, right?
about printing.
Ah, printing. Well, that's okay. Yeah, got it.
Fucked it
So-
up.
Maybe just use.
Right, we'll get it. You fucked it up. You weren't
Whoopsie,
listening
looks
at
like
all.
you got-
Fuck. Right, we've got to go with this.
Ah, well, that's bad. So I guess you don't have enough like papers for the students and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, that's part of it.
I guess you can ask for more allowance or get them. To
Or just maybe do it all online.
Mhm.
Saves it using paper.
Well done, you weren't distracted by the sexy chick that walked by, and that's something that, you know, you can use out there. Well done for paying attention and getting the right response.
So you got your teaching thing, and what else is important in your life?
In all fairness, that was probably the best part of the game so far because it actually distracted you. and showed how like weak-minded I am towards like a big booty.
What else do you love to do?
I really love dogs, and I love to travel.
Travel.
Yeah.
That's cool. Do you travel a lot?
I've traveled quite a bit these last couple of years, especially.
Nice. And where some places you've been?
In Europe, I've been in Prague, Russia, Ukraine, Poland, Lithuania.
This girl is the
Yeah.
most boring
Nice.
girl
All
I've ever.
of Eastern Europe and kind of
Yeah.
format
I've ever
of the
listened to.
USSR, yeah?
Yes.
Nice. And tell me, what's the absolute best place you've seen? Like, if people who have never travelled anywhere say, where's the best place that I should see? Where is it?
I would actually say that you should go to the United States and go see the Grand Canyon. It's amazing. I can't do it justice with words, but it's wonderful.
Okay.
Yeah, this is fucking devastating. This. It's genuinely putting us to sleep. This is yes. Now it is in all fairness, right? One of the most interesting places you can go is Thailand because it's so fucked up. It's full of dirty old men. It's one of the most beautiful places in the world, and Songkran is a laugh. Like Songkran's a water festival that they have, and the one thing twice about throwing a bucket of ice cold water over 3 people riding on a moped as they're travelling down the road. So like they just don't give a fuck about health and safety. Like you could literally kill 3 people by throwing water at them while they're driving on a bike, and this shit happens throughout the Songkran festival. It's wild. It's unbelievable. The lady boys, the brothels, the sex shows. Thailand's got everything. I would highly recommend anyone, if you just want to have your eyes opened to what's available in the world, just go to Thailand. It's phenomenal. It really is. And also it's beautiful.
So, do you travel?
Yeah, I do. I travel. I used to travel a lot more than I do now. When I was younger. And
This guy's gonna get rapey with it, though, isn't he?
countries, Europe, Asia.
Oh yeah,
the
Asia.
Americas. Yeah.
Where
pretty
were you
much.
in Asia?
Asia, I was in Japan, China, Hong Kong, like most of Asia, and I like Singapore, but probably my favorite place was Thailand.
So, tell me what you liked about Thailand.
Well, let's just say for a single guy who likes women, you know, sometimes 2, 3 women at a time, it's just like heaven. God, the things I got up to in that week, just.
What do you mean?
Well, all your fantasies can come true. You go to the place, there's all these chicks.
Not to mince words.
You,
Are
$50.
You're describing prostitution.
Yeah, but it's legal there, so it's okay.
Oh. Wow, that's a very
Yeah,
shocking
and it's
admission.
cheap. The best thing is it's cheap, and they're pretty, very pretty, and happy. Happy prostitutes.
Happy prostitutes.
Yeah.
Wow, that's really. That seems.
Oh, she disagrees with
Wrong.
prostitution,
And I
does
make
she?
them happier, I think.
Oh, I doubt that.
Because
Okay.
the other guys there, you know, there are loads of these horrible, fat,
This is really-
sleazy guys, and I'm, you know, very polite and friendly.
I'm not sure this is a. We should talk about this.
Why?
No, of course. I mean, you asked what I liked about Thailand, and I'm just
Yeah,
an honest guy. That's how
I
it is.
understand
So
honesty, but
yeah. I mean, if
that's-
you ask me anything, you can, but you got to be ready for the response. So if you ask
Exactly.
me what I like doing in Thailand, what I like doing in bed, what I like doing in, you know, other places.
This guy's dropping hard
places,
facts, like.
I'll be honest, but that's cool. You know, don't need to talk about it. But it was all legal, and they were very happy.
I guess I
so.
just don't see how it being legal makes it any less disgusting.
How is it disgusting? You're only mixing the
it's quite
porridge pot.
dirty.
You'd be doing that anyway.
Anyway, we don't need to talk about
Oh
it
man,
anymore. That's cool.
mixing the porridge pot.
Okay, so there you have it. Don't go to Thailand. Don't sleep with prostitutes.
Why?
Tell people about the prostitutes that you didn't sleep with when you didn't go to Thailand, and you'll be okay.
Well, so you can't tell anyone that you went to Thailand. That seems a bit strong. Yeah, you probably don't want to be telling any potential girlfriend or anybody that you want to sleep with that you just love to have sex with multiple women who may or may not have STIs. That's probably not a good start. Like, so where is this conversation even going? Tell her about your experiences in Grand Canyon.
I actually went to the Grand Canyon a few years ago.
Yeah?
Drove in the car from LA, and I think they have a limited number of people they let in, which is quite good. You know, it's not like full of hotels and Burger Kings and stuff, right?
Yeah,
It's
well,
quite
there's-
protected.
There's quite a few. Yeah, it's a national park, so it's very protected.
And we went before sunset, saw the sunrise, stayed there all day, watched the sunset, stayed overnight, and then went back. So it was, yeah, very, very beautiful. I'd like to go back.
Yeah.
This is okay because it's kind of connected to the subject, but it's not the best answer because you're talking about yourself and your own experiences, and it would be more interesting to her. There'd be better connection if you kept it focused on her.
Well, what am I supposed to fucking say?
Oh, should I say that? No. Oh. I've run out of things to say.
What's happening here? Well, maybe I should have talked about her Grand Canyon. What's happening here? Yeah, definitely. You gotta. If you do ever have an awkward silence, just tackle it head on. You've got to make a joke of it because everyone expects an awkward silence on any interaction.
You know, I hate awkward silences, but the good thing is that's only because we don't know each other too well, so won't have any when we're great friends, right?
Yeah, hopefully.
This is not an absolute rule, but in most cases it's correct, so well done.
I'm
And
beast.
tell me some things you like to do for fun.
Well, as long as I can remember, I've always loved playing volleyball, so that's something
Okay.
I try to do whenever I can.
Nice. I played it at school. They had
Yeah.
it in my school, but since then I didn't.
This guy always
I
talks
play
about sports. I
grass
can't think of how
volleyball and I
fucking
play on the
worse.
beach.
Mm-hmm.
Do you play beach volleyball?
I will, yeah.
Oh, very
In a
nice.
pinch.
Are you very good?
Yeah.
You can do that where you jump and
For
smash
sure.
it down. Cool.
Yeah.
That's nice.
It's harder on the beach because the nets are higher. But
Very cool. Yeah, it's a cool hobby. And anything else you do?
yeah, probably the thing I do the most is study Russian.
Oh, very nice. Vodka. Tell her it's stupid that Putin is evil and Russians are just vodka drinking idiots. Oh, that's definitely not gonna get on too well. Tell her you feel miserable. As language is complimenting on you in tough language. I'll do this.
Ah, so languages. Yeah, I did. What did I do?
French.
Spanish, and then I did German, but I got an F, my grade in German. So yeah, didn't go too well at school with the languages.
That's all right. It doesn't come very easily to me either. I think it's a lot of work.
No, it's wrong. Again, you're just focused on yourself, your own experience of languages. Completely unnecessary. You could speak 20 languages or 0. Doesn't need to come into it at this point in the interaction. You can keep things focused on her and this interesting new subject that you've stumbled
man.
into.
No,
I
man.
noticed you have an
No, I want to talk about myself. I want to tell her all about me. I don't want to be focused on her because at the end of the day, the only person that matters in my life is me. Everybody else is secondary. So get that into your repertoire. Is that what I'm saying? Get into your repertoire.
accent. Do you mind if I ask where you're from?
England, actually.
Whereabouts?
Was born in London.
Oh, you're
but
talking
actually,
about
you know
yourself,
what, when I
mate.
was-
Go on,
when
put
I was
the
young,
fucking
I lived
facts
in
on
South
her.
London.
Fucking
And they have a
contradicting
strong
prick.
accent there. It's like South London and things like this. But because I travelled a lot and I moved, I've lost most of my accent. But do I still sound British to you?
Yes, very much.
Oh, that's good.
Right, so come on then. We're going to have to put the ball in her park, otherwise we're going to get told off this guy again. Tell her. So look, it's going to have to be this one because you're going to have to ask her a question, whereas all these are talking about yourself again.
And I guess you
This
like the British
episode's so
accent.
shit.
Yeah, it's nice.
That's good. Yeah, most people like it, so
Mm-hmm.
it's good. I'm happy I was born in England and not like Germany. or
America.
something, or
Imagine if he said America, that would
Actually,
just
German
be so
accent is
funny.
kind of
I think it
rough
sounds
and-
fine.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
like Arnold Schwarzenegger?
He's not
It's
German.
Austrian, but yeah.
Yeah, but similar accent.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
A little bit too cocky, not the right time.
This guy's. I hate this guy. I fucking hate him. I hate him. Oh, let's just get through this episode. It's the worst. See, like, I'm mentally drained. See, like, I just fucking give us this.
Well, listen, I hope you don't find it forward of me, but I just think you're stunning, and I want to take you on a very romantic date. Dinner, candles, the whole works.
That's really sweet, but unfortunately, I actually am kind of seeing someone.
Ah.
Yeah. Is it very serious? You're going to get married?
It's pretty serious.
Maybe room for a little, trial date, and if it goes well, you could.
No, I don't think so.
Kitchen.
I'm pretty serious about him.
Okay, well, nothing ventured, nothing gained, as they say. It was great to meet you, and I'll go and cry. No, I mean,
Good, mate, you've saved yourself
it's okay.
a
Alright,
world of
see ya.
pain.
Bye.
Because she's just got an crocodile.
It's too early to make that kind of move. That's why that didn't work.
What's done, not the fact that she's in a serious relationship, or was she lying? I don't care what she does in her free time, I don't. This is probably why I'm forever alone. Say this one. So, it's gonna have to be this shit. We'll have to find
What
out
do you
more
like to
drivel.
do in, I don't know, for fun, like in the evening, because you study.
I like
restaurant
frigging
or
myself
whatever.
off frequently
Do
3
you
times a
drink,
night.
Dance, anything else?
All of the above, yeah.
Yeah, at the same time.
When the mood strikes, yeah.
Very cool. Yeah, I like going out sometimes.
Does she not remind you of someone famous?
Do you
She
smoke
really
shisha?
does. I'm looking at her
hookah.
face.
Yeah, hookah you call it in America, right?
Yeah, I have from time to time. I'm not a huge fan, but
I quite like it. They say it's
Yeah.
really unhealthy, but
it
I think
seems unhealthy.
once a month. But you don't cough after it, so therefore.
What are we even talking
Yeah.
about?
So we need to do it sometime, like shisha.
Oh, what a load of shit. Who gives a fuck about shisha?
Cocktails, and then dancing.
Oh, maybe.
When you want to transition to seeing someone again, it's very good to build up a picture of the kind of things that they do, the way they spend their time, because you might find a mutual connection. You find that you share some activities, or that you do some things that she wants to do, she does some things that you'd like to try, and then it makes it very easy to then go on and suggest a date from there and take the number.
And do you have any?
I'll tell you right, I'll tell you the perfect woman. I'm just gonna tell you straight now. If you're talking to a girl and she's like, and you're like, oh, so what do you like doing in your spare time? And she goes, oh, absolutely nothing. I love sitting in the house and watching TV. I'll be like, have you just fell from the heavens? Because that's exactly what I like to do. In fact, if I had the choice, I'd brick my front door and windows up and just leave enough room so someone could post Domino's pizzas through, and I'd live a content happy life with you and me, my prisoner, my princess, not prisoner, my princess. They want that. Like, it's all very well and good saying, oh yeah, I love doing this, I love animals, I love flying around the world and this shit, but do you know what it is? It's fucking too much effort in it. Who really wants to do that? I once in a while, but not all the time. And I honestly believe that anyone that asks, when you ask them the first time you meet them, oh, what do you like doing in your spare time? It's a shit question, because most of the time, what people like doing in their spare time is either getting ready for work, recuperating from work, tending daily chores, bills, the grind of life that weighs you down, and then twice, 3, 4 times a week, if you're not tired, you might treat yourself to a nice little handy in the shower if you're feeling posh. And yeah, that's really all people do in their spare time. They don't do anything else. Hobbies, like I just didn't get it. Nah, don't care.
Any other
Next.
outdoor like active stuff you like to do? You
Yeah.
said volleyball, but anything
I was
else?
sick of volleyball, man. Fuck that. I'm fucking bored of sports and volleyball. Talk about fanny blasting. That's all I'm here for. Touch your face.
Hang on,
Just
come closer
touch
a
it.
second. and just see something.
Put your palm on her
Come
face.
back.
What are you doing?
I just wanted to touch your face. You've got really
Why?
soft skin, and you look like a little baby. I just wanted to.
You look like a little
do
baby.
Something like that.
That's a little unusual. No,
No.
I don't like that.
Normal. Guys don't do that to you.
No. Guys don't do that.
To you.
Period.
I do it all the time. Girls love it because it's like a big compliment. You look young. You have nice skin. So touch your face.
Oh, I'm sorry. That makes me uncomfortable.
I wash my hands if that's what you're worried about. No germs or bacteria or whatever.
still, no,
Well, maybe it's too soon. I'll wait.
definitely too soon.
Like next time we meet, have a few drinks, and then get some face touching going on.
Oh.
I don't think so. I'm sorry.
I really want to touch your
Oh,
face.
fuck off, mate. I'm fucking bored.
Okay, that was a funny.
Fuck off. I hate you. I hate you. Run the cube routine. Or Howard, this is probably one of the very few interesting parts of this game is the super psychological test, Howard.
Are you interested in psychology?
Yeah.
Have you ever done this psychology test called the cube? Alright, it's really interesting. Do you want to do it just right now? It takes like 1 minute and it will tell you all about your personality.
Sure.
Okay, so close your eyes and I want you to imagine that you're in some place, there's like a landscape, anything you like, and in that landscape there's a cube somewhere. And describe to me what the cube looks like.
Okay, it's silver.
Yeah.
It's floating.
Okay.
It's small, like the size of a die.
Okay. Cool. And then somewhere in relation to the cube is the ladder. Can you describe the ladder?
The ladder.
Okay, it's green. It's not. It's one of these ladders, not one of these ladders.
How big is it?
Like 3 times the size of a person.
Okay, pretty big. And then somewhere in this scene there's a horse.
Okay.
And can you tell me like what it's doing and what it looks
It's
like?
having
It's
sex with the
grazing,
cube.
It's a paint,
Okay.
and it looks very healthy.
Is it close to the cube or not?
It's probably 30 feet from the cube.
Okay. And somewhere there are some flowers. Tell me about the flowers.
The flowers are by the horse. The horse is eating the flowers.
Ah, that's interesting. And the final thing, somewhere there's a storm. Where is it?
In the distance, near the mountains.
Very good. All right, open your eyes. So this tells you, this tells me about your character. So the cube represents your view of yourself. And if it's very big, it means you've got a huge ego. But it's quite small, so it means you're quite humble. But then it's silver, so you think, you know, you have that self-confidence that you've got something, you know, special and a little bit shiny, and that's good. And then the ladder represents your ambitions. So the fact that it's quite big and bigger than the cube and not like under it or whatever else means that you have quite big ambitions. So the horse represents your man, so it was quite good that he's healthy and, you know, looks
Got a
good
massive
and that
cock.
he's nearby, right? He's not far away, which would mean he's not on the horizon or anything. And then the flowers represent your children that you're going to have in the future. So it's good that the man
Why
is
is he-
near them.
yeah, but why is he
not
eating
like an
them?
absentee dad or something, right? But a bit strange that he's eating them. So I don't know what to think about that. The final point is positive as well. It means that you have a sunny disposition because your problems are represented by the storm and it's in the distance. You know, some people.
Has he just made all this up? Because you could fucking do that with any story.
They've always got problems or
And just
that
chat shit on the
moment they're in
answers.
a dark period in their life. So does it sound pretty accurate?
Yeah,
Cool.
that's very cool.
This is quite interesting. It's a psychological game. There's a book on it and a lot of pickup.
I'll
artists
be
have
sure to
used
read it, mate.
It's quite an interesting psychological test. Again, like
psychologically
reason it's
drained
not
by
the
your
best
fucking
choice,
banter.
It's better if you can do without it. But if you'd like some, you know, little tricks and tools that you can carry around with you and use when necessary, this is okay and you can use it. So it doesn't destroy anything, but I'd say it's not the best option.
So what book is it? You didn't tell what book it was, so how are we gonna find it? Shit books on psychology. This is. Let's just
I
finish
think
it up.
Things are just going swimmingly between us. So I've just noticed something. There's a restroom over there, right? And wait a second while I tell you my plan. You seem like an adventurous girl. Correct me if I'm wrong. You said you like, you know, doing different things. So what we're going to do, you're going to go to that restroom and I'm just going to bang your brains out.
Oh my god. No. No. Just.
Well, just quickly, 3-4 minutes. I know you're busy.
I don't even know what to say. This is so
Well,
shockingly
I know you're
offensive.
happy. I know you're happy.
No.
You can say thank you. It's going to be great. Let's go now.
You're a pervert, and I want you to leave my
I've heard
table.
that before.
I'm sure you have.
I'm going to
Really,
leave.
you need to leave.
I'm going to leave
This
the
is
table.
no. Yeah. Yeah.
I tell you what I'm going to do. you're gonna love it. I'm gonna leave the table. I'll go and wait there.
Okay.
Get ready, so to speak.
You
and
go
then
do that.
You come and join me in like 30 seconds, so that people don't see us going together. All right? So you're gonna come in 30 seconds. All right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I
You'll be there.
Aye.
I won't be there. Just go.
bet you she's gonna
Go do
come in
that.
30 seconds. Just stop it.
True gentleman.
Bye.
So listen, we should meet one day. Go for drinks. What do you think?
Yeah, okay.
Okay. So there's my phone. Just put your number.
What happened to our long-term
Be
boyfriend?
in touch. Cool.
Not the best way to go for a date because it's very general and you've had a lot of conversation, a lot of
Yeah, but
opportunity to find out things
She's like
you could do together that would be more interesting.
mediocre.
So
She's
to go
got
to
near
the old
crack.
traditional
I just
date
want to get out of
is
there and
not
go
the
and
best
play at the
option, but
arcades or
not
go and
that
get a
bad,
Burger
it's-
King or
it's
something.
still okay.
I don't care. I just want to. I'm hungry. I'm sick of this girl's shit. I'm sick of his shit. I'm sick of everyone's shit. I'll give her a long, lingering handshake. Be pro. I want to do that, but at the same time, I just want to end this. It's causing us pain. Let's see it.
Okay. So I'm gonna get.
Let's
going,
see this horrible,
but
dirty
it's wonderful
handshake.
to meet you. And I guess we'll meet again soon.
Yeah.
Do some stuff. I'll message you and yeah.
Oh
what's
my
lovely to see you,
God.
so-
Yeah. You too. I'll
Okay.
take
Bye.
my hand. Bye.
Just because a girl allows you to touch her doesn't mean you should touch her as much as possible. We need to, keep that respect and not over.
Or just how about Super Seducer tips? Right there you go. Super Seducer tips. There's only one that you need. Well, there's two. Sorry, there's two that you need to succeed. One, don't be a creep, and two, use your fucking common sense, mate. Like that's all you need. You don't need all this extra bullshit.
Well, look, I should be heading off, but it was great meeting you. Really cool. Really happy to meet you, and yeah, see you. Bye.
Bye.
Oops, got right to the ends, but this is a little bit too much. Being warm at this point, totally unnecessary, and if anything, makes you look like a little bit of a wussy and might make her change her mind about seeing you again.
Good. I'm average Joe. Good. I'm glad.
This is a
I
playful
wasn't.
opener.
But
Again, it can
shut them out. Right. I don't know if I can do this anymore. This is the worst game I've ever played, and it's fucking devastating. I've got a headache from it. It's just complete and utter dross. I might see you in the next episode, I might not. Because it's dog shit. See you later, lads.